Moist sponge, chocolate, raspberries. You can taste that alcohol in there. Very good meringue. It is an absolute delight.
John's green curry orders are pouring in.
How about prawn green curry?
But he can no longer keep up with demand.
We have to speed up a little bit, yeah, getting busy.
Yeah.
You have to clean it up, you have to tidy it up because we don't serve it like that.
Hectic, hot, non-stop busy.
Tom yum ready? Yes.
Gillian's tom yum soups are in demand, but she's wilting under the pressure and is starting to make basic errors.
I think you don't have enough soup, darling. We want tom yum, not stir fry, yeah? Thank you.
The kitchen is now at full stretch, but Jay has not slipped up once and is thriving under the pressure, producing a steady stream of perfect pad thai.
Wow, you do very well. Really nice, Jay. Well done. Pad thai prawn ready to serve.
The 3 contestants have served over 120 dishes and are exhausted. It's time for John and Greg to sit down with head chef Took to see how they got on.
How did Gillian cope?
Julian, she a little bit nervous, to be honest. She not very, to be honest, like no good.
How about John?
John have little bit problems. I don't think he can be a good chef. I know they did crew, but it's no good.
Tell me about Jay.
Jay look very, very confident. Very confident.
Of the 3 of them, who impressed you the most?
Jay. I think Jay is the best.
Now they're straight back to MasterChef HQ to cook their best 2-course meal. Gillian came top of the class in round 1 with her baked haddock, but she wilted under the pressure of the pro kitchen. John's bread and butter pudding caught the judges' attention in the first round, but he struggled with the speed of the restaurant. He needs to cook the meal of his life to bring him back into the competition. Interior designer Jay sailed through the first round and excelled in the pro kitchen. Can she continue to impress and move a step closer to changing her life?
Right now, you're going to cook for us your own 2 dishes. At this stage where you are now, only the best is good enough. You have 1 hour. Do it.
They have to cook a 2-course meal of their own design. Only one of them will win a place in Friday's quarter-final. John has decided to showcase his love of Middle Eastern food, but will he have enough skill to pull it off?
John, what are you going to cook us today?
Starting off with a Lebanese dish, cauliflower al-shami, which is cauliflower with garlic and coriander. That's going to be served with a quick mayonnaise with some lime, or lemon rather.
And then for our main course?
Another Lebanese thing. 3 different sorts of tuna, cooked 3 different ways.
A trio of tunas.
A trio of tunas.
You're either going to be a master at making flavours work together,
Yes.
or it's going to be a cacophony of disasters.
A cauliflower featuring as a starter. I think that sounds dreamy.
Then he's got this tuna dish, which he is slightly confused. I wonder if he's trying too hard to get too many different flavours on the plate.
Jay, you enjoyed your day in the kitchens today.
Yes, I loved it. And I now know that I could work in a restaurant. I didn't know for certain before, because until you've done something, you're never sure.
What are you making for us?
A lobster in a coconut curried sauce. In the sauce are onions, tomatoes, coconut cream, saffron.
And our other course is?
I'm making a ginger meringue, and it's going to go on the pudding with a sponge base and some cherry brandy soaked into the sponge.
Jay's confident that her flair as an interior designer will help her balance the big flavours in her 2 courses.
That lobster dish is so confused. Tomato, coconut milk, saffron, peppers. I don't know how it's going to hold together.
Jay's pudding, meringue on the top, raspberries, there's liquor going in there. Fantastic. You're halfway through, guys.
Experimental cook Gillian is hoping her inspired menu will win over the judges after her average performance in the restaurant.
Gillian, what are you making for us?
It's venison, I'm doing red cabbage and apple, and I'm doing parsnip and parmesan mash.
And our other course is?
Coconut and cardamom rice pudding.
You seem very comfortable, very, very happy, very confident. Are you good enough to beat these two?
If one of them beats me, then it's because they're really good.
If she does that rice pudding well, it'll be absolutely fantastic.
But I do have doubts. Venison, parsnips, very sweet, and then a cheesy mash. I can't envisage all those three flavours at the moment.
5 minutes, that's it. It's plating up time.
I am so looking forward to this. Guys, please, that is it. That is it.
Gillian has made venison, parsnip and parmesan mash with cabbage and apple. Then for dessert, a cardamom-flavoured rice pudding with raspberries.
It tastes great. I feel it needs some sort of moisture. A piece of sticky sauce around the outside of there would just take it to that extra level.
I haven't got a problem with the taste of that. I think it's good. I haven't got a problem with the way you cooked it. I think it's great.
Let's take your main course and move to your dessert. Right, let's go. I love the texture, I love the creaminess, I like all the flavours that go with it.
If you gave me a bucketful right now, I'd stick my head in. It is gorgeous. Are you OK?
Yeah.
What is it? What is it with you and food?
I just love it. I just absolutely love everything there is. From the moment I wake up in the morning to going to bed in the evening, it's just this.
Jay's lobster is in a saffron curry with rice. And she's made a raspberry and ginger meringue for dessert. But has she been able to bring together the big flavours?
It's hot, it's moorish, it's moist, and the lobster is the right meat to use because it's strong enough to be able to cope with it.
Okay.
I like the flavours of it, I like the idea of it, and it's worked out pretty good, girl.
Good. Good.
I think it looks great. I feel like I've been kissed by a spice cupboard. Sweetness, saffron, chilli. It works for me.
Jay?
Yes.
Looks like you've done pretty well with the main course. Shall we now move to your dessert? Right. I really like the flavours of the raspberry and the cherry brandy together, and I like the softness of the meringue, and I like the texture of the sponge.
Moist sponge, chocolate, raspberries, you can taste that alcohol in there. Very good meringue. It is an absolute delight.
Do you think that you have it in you to win MasterChef?
I really, truly believe I do.
OK.
John has made a Lebanese cauliflower starter, but failed to produce the mayonnaise to go with it. His main is a trio of tunas with butterbean mash, roasted cherry tomatoes and mange tout.
I'm afraid the mayonnaise I was going to make wouldn't happen. The egg yolk wouldn't turn into oil.
It's moist, cleansing. I think it's absolutely delicious. It's also very brave to come on here and do this.
I think the idea of it is excellent. I think you flavoured it really, really well. I would have loved to have seen the mayonnaise, and I think it would have taken it to a very different height.
Say bye-bye to Mr. Collie. Say hello to Mr. Tuna. That's great. Sweetness of tomato first. The butter bean is inoffensive as a flavour. The tuna comes in after us as well. Strong, fresh, divine.
Thank you.
Absolutely divine.
I really admire all the work you put in here. I really do. I think the ideas are great. Some of this tuna can have some more seasoning on it. It's good. It's good. It's just right now, for me, a very, very confused main course.
Right.
And I think it's a real shame. Because at the moment I see some promise in you, John. Unfortunately, we're going to lose two of you, and we will have a quarter-finalist.
For two of you, this is where your journey ends. And for one of you, possibly the start of a wonderful experience. Our winner, our quarter-finalist, Jay.
Congratulations, good on you.